Hey Army, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into something really special that the BTS members themselves have talked about countless times. We're talking about Jimin and why the members have repeatedly said that his presence in the group is absolutely irreplaceable. This isn't just about his incredible talent as a performer, it's about something much deeper that keeps BTS together as the family we all know and love. So make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're about to explore the heart and soul of BTS through what makes Jimin so uniquely important to this group. Let me start by sharing something that RM said about Jimin that really captures his essence. During the KBS special Let's BTS, RM described Jimin as someone who is selfless by nature and cares deeply for others and the team. When you look at the consistent pattern of behavior that Jimin has shown throughout BTS's entire career, you realize this is the fundamental truth about what holds this group together. Jimin has become what many call the emotional glue of BTS, and the members themselves have confirmed this in so many different ways over the years. Jin once shared a story about their previous world tour that perfectly illustrates Jimin's unique role. He said that during their tour, all the members were physically exhausted and dealing with various challenges. But it was Jimin who came to each member first, making them laugh and giving them strength even though he must have been equally tired. Jin specifically chose to praise Jimin for this, saying that Jimin's ability to lift everyone's spirits when they were all struggling was something he deeply appreciated. When 7 people are exhausted and struggling, it takes someone with incredible emotional intelligence and selflessness to set aside their own fatigue and focus on helping others. That's exactly what Jimin does consistently. J-Hope has spoken about Jimin's maturity multiple times, and what he says is really revealing. In the 2018 summer package, J-Hope mentioned that although Jimin is younger than him, Jimin has the charisma of a young, and older brother. He described Jimin as having a big plate, meaning he has the capacity to accommodate and handle so much emotionally. J-Hope specifically said that Jimin's willingness to support others played a huge role in relieving his stress. This is coming from J-Hope, who is often seen as the sunshine of the group himself. When someone who brings so much positivity to BTS says that Jimin is the one who helps relieve their stress, you understand just how crucial Jimin's emotional support really is. What's fascinating is that J-Hope also revealed something else about Jimin's personality. He shared that Jimin loves hearing the words "I love you," and when Jimin says "I love you" to the members, he genuinely wants them to say it back to him. This shows us something beautiful about Jimin's character. He's not just giving emotional support in a one-way direction. He creates this environment where expressing love and affection is normalized and encouraged. He makes it okay for the members to be vulnerable with each other and to build those deep emotional connections that have kept BTS together through everything. Even Jungkook has spoken about how Jimin affects the group dynamic. Jungkook once said that their team atmosphere is great all because of Jimin. He specifically mentioned Jimin's attitude and heart towards the team as being beautiful. Coming from someone who has grown up with these members since he was a teenager, that's an incredibly powerful statement. Jungkook has seen every side of group life, the good times and the challenging times, and he attributes the positive team atmosphere directly to Jimin's presence and influence. Multiple members have commented on Jimin being mentally mature despite being younger. They're consistently impressed by his word choices and the way he talks. They describe him as very personable, and several members have specifically used the phrase that they receive healing when they're with him. That healing effect is not something you can fake. It comes from genuine care, emotional intelligence, and the ability to understand what others need even when they don't express it directly. During one of BTS's 2016 concerts, there was a moment that really showed Jimin's role in the group. Jimin gave a speech where he thanked everyone who helped make his dreams a reality, including his parents, Bang Si-hyuk, and his friends. But the most emotional part came when he thanked each BTS member individually, naming them one by one. He got emotional talking about how thankful he was for his members, explaining that they helped him become the person he is today and that they are the source of his happiness. What happened next was incredible. After Jimin's powerful words, all the other members couldn't contain their emotions. This moment perfectly illustrates Jimin's role. He has this ability to articulate the feelings that bind the group together and to remind them all of why they do what they do, but here's what makes Jimin truly irreplaceable. It's not just that he's emotionally supportive. It's that he does it while also being incredibly talented as a performer. He's the main dancer and lead vocalist, which means he carries significant responsibility in their performances. Yet he never lets the professional pressure stop him from being there emotionally for his members. He balances being a perfectionist in his craft with being the most caring and supportive person in the group. That combination is extraordinarily rare. The members have also talked about how Jimin shows his support in very practical ways. He goes to their solo projects, visits them on set when they're filming alone, and actively promotes their individual work on social media. When V was filming his Singularity music video by himself, Jimin went to the set just to support him and make sure he felt loved and supported. When members release solo music, Jimin is consistently one of the first to celebrate and promote it. This isn't just being a good friend, it's actively strengthening the bonds within the group even when they're working on individual projects. What I find particularly beautiful about Jimin's role is that it's not something that was assigned to him or that he does because he has to. This is genuinely who he is. From their trainee days, Jimin has been described as someone who loves a sense of community and being together. That's his natural personality, and it happens to be exactly what BTS needs to maintain their unity and family bond. Without someone like Jimin who genuinely cares about keeping everyone together and making sure everyone feels valued and loved, group dynamics can easily become strained under immense pressure. The members have mentioned that Jimin is mature beyond his years, that he understands people deeply, and that he has this natural ability to know what others need. When Jin says he receives healing from being with Jimin, when J-Hope says Jimin relieves his stress, when Jungkook says the team atmosphere is great because of Jimin, and when RM describes him as selfless by nature, they're all pointing to the same thing. Jimin fills a role that nobody else in BTS can fill because nobody else has his exact combination of emotional intelligence, selflessness, maturity, and genuine care for others. This is why when we talk about imagining BTS without any member, it becomes particularly difficult to imagine BTS without Jimin. You could potentially find another incredible dancer or another amazing vocalist, but you cannot replicate the specific emotional role that Jimin plays. You cannot manufacture someone who naturally brings people together, who heals others with their presence, who makes it safe for grown men to express love and vulnerability to each other, and who consistently puts the team's emotional well-being above their own comfort. The fact that all 7 members, each with their own unique perspectives and personalities, have independently spoken about Jimin's importance in such similar ways tells us everything we need to know. This isn't one person's opinion, it's a universal recognition within the group that Jimin plays a role that is absolutely essential to who BTS is as a family and as a team. Without him, they wouldn't just be missing a talented performer. They would be missing the person who helps them stay connected to each other, who reminds them to express their love and appreciation, who lifts their spirits when things get hard, and who creates the emotional safety that allows them all to be vulnerable and authentic. So there you have it, ARMY. The role that only Jimin can fill in BTS is being their emotional anchor, their healer, their connector, and the person who makes sure that no matter how successful they become, they never forget that they're a family first. The members have admitted it repeatedly in their own words, and we see it play out in every interaction and every moment they share together. If this gave you a deeper appreciation for Jimin and his irreplaceable role in BTS, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments your favorite moment that shows Jimin's caring nature. Until next time, let's continue to appreciate all 7 members and the unique roles they each play in making BTS the incredible group that they are. Borahi, ARMY.